Welcome back to the channel. What if I told you there's one single rule that governs all success? It's not about having the perfect strategy, the right connections, or even working 20 hours a day. It's something much deeper, something that starts within you. It's the unshakable, non-negotiable belief in yourself. So many of us are held back by a quiet, nagging voice in our heads, the voice of self-doubt. It whispers that we're not good enough, not smart enough, not ready. It keeps us playing small, afraid to take the very risks that lead to our greatest triumphs. But what if you could silence that voice? What if you could replace it with a powerful, confident inner ally that champions your every move? The truth is, self-belief isn't something you're born with. It's a skill you build. It's a muscle that gets stronger every time you use it. Think about it. Every person you admire, every success story you've ever heard, started with one person deciding, I can do this. They didn't wait for permission. They didn't wait for the doubt to disappear. They chose to believe in their own potential even when no one else did. That is the fundamental starting line for every great achievement. Before the plan, before the action, there must be belief. Now, you might be thinking, that sounds great, but how do I actually start believing in myself? It's not about flipping a switch overnight. It's about building a foundation brick by brick, day by day. And today, we're going to dive into the science behind why self-belief is so powerful and how it literally rewires your brain for success. There's a fascinating concept in psychology called self-efficacy. It's the belief in your own ability to succeed in specific situations or accomplish a task. When your self-efficacy is high, your brain functions differently. You see challenges not as threats, but as opportunities to grow. Your brain releases dopamine, the motivation molecule, which fuels your drive to keep going. You become more resilient to setbacks because you see them as learning experiences, not as proof that you're a failure. Think of it like this. If you believe you can climb a mountain, you'll start looking for paths. You'll train, you'll prepare. Your entire focus shifts towards finding a solution. But if you believe you can't, you won't even take the first step. You've already accepted defeat before you've even begun. Your belief system creates your reality. It's the filter through which you see the world and your place in it. When you truly believe you are capable, your mind actively starts searching for the evidence to prove it right. You become a magnet for the resources, opportunities, and mindset needed to achieve your goals. This isn't magic. It's neuroscience. Believing in yourself primes your brain for victory. So let's get practical. How do we build this muscle of self-belief every single day? I'm going to share 3 simple but incredibly effective daily habits that will help you build unconditional belief in yourself. These aren't complicated, but they require consistency. First, the evidence jar. Every single day at the end of the day, I want you to write down one thing you did well. Just one. It could be big or small. Maybe you finally made that phone call you were dreading. Maybe you were patient in traffic. Maybe you just got out of bed when you didn't feel like it. Write it down on a slip of paper and put it in a physical jar or a digital folder. When you feel doubt creeping in, open that jar and read the evidence. You are literally building a case file proving your own competence and resilience. Second, fear setting. Instead of just setting goals, I want you to define your fears. Take the goal that scares you the most. On a piece of paper, write down the absolute worst-case scenario if you tried and failed. Get specific. Then, for each point, write down what you could do to prevent it and what you could do to repair the damage if it did happen. You'll quickly realize that the worst-case scenario is often not as catastrophic as you imagine, and more importantly, that you have the ability to handle it. This exercise takes the power away from the fear and gives it back to you. Third, intentional affirmations. Don't just repeat empty phrases. Create affirmations that counter your specific negative self-talk. If your inner critic says, "You're not qualified," your affirmation should be, "I am constantly learning and growing, and I am capable of figuring things out." Say it out loud, with conviction, especially when you feel that negative thought arise. You are actively reprogramming your subconscious mind to accept a new, more empowering truth about yourself. These 3 habits, the evidence jar, fear setting, and intentional affirmations, are your training ground. They are the daily reps that build the strength of your self-belief. Now let's talk about that inner critic, that relentless voice of self-doubt. Silencing it isn't about fighting it, that just gives it more power. It's about learning to observe it, understand it, and then choose not to listen to it. Here's a powerful technique. Give your inner critic a name. Make it something a little ridiculous like Nervous Neville or Worrying Wendy. When that negative voice starts talking, you can say, "Oh, there's Neville again doing his usual thing." This simple act of naming it creates distance. You are not the voice. You are the one observing the voice. Once you've created that separation, you can challenge it with curiosity. Ask it, is that really 100% true? Where's the evidence? Often, the inner critic deals in sweeping generalizations and catastrophic predictions that have no basis in reality. When you shine the light of logic on it, it starts to shrink. Another key is to replace the criticism with compassion. Talk to yourself the way you would talk to a friend who is struggling. Would you tell your friend they're a total failure for making one mistake? Of course not. You'd offer encouragement and support. You deserve that same kindness. When you mess up, instead of beating yourself up, try saying, "That was a tough moment, but I learned something from it. I'll do better next time." This isn't about letting yourself off the hook. It's about fostering a mindset of growth instead of a mindset of shame. Remember, you are your own lifelong partner. Treating yourself with kindness and respect is non-negotiable for building lasting confidence. The goal isn't to never feel doubt again. The goal is to have the tools to manage it, so it no longer controls your actions. All right, let's put this all together. How can you start your day to build unstoppable confidence? Your morning routine sets the tone for everything that follows. Forget scrolling through social media and letting other people's lives dictate your mood. This is your time. Here's your new morning routine for unstoppable confidence. Before you do anything else, take 5 minutes. Just 5. Minute 1. Hydrate. Drink a full glass of water. Your brain and body need it to function optimally. It's a simple act of self-care that says, "I'm taking care of myself first." Minute 2. Gratitude. Think of or write down 3 specific things you are genuinely grateful for. This shifts your brain's focus from what's lacking to what's abundant. A grateful mind is not a fearful mind. Minute 3. Affirmation. Look at yourself in the mirror and state your intentional affirmation for the day. Say it with power. I am capable, I am resilient, and I am ready for today's opportunities. Feel the words. Minute 4. Visualization. Close your eyes and see yourself succeeding at one important task for the day. See yourself navigating it with confidence and competence. Feel the feeling of accomplishment. This primes your brain for that successful outcome. Minute 5. Intention. Set one clear intention for the day. Not a to-do list, but a how-to-be list. Today, my intention is to be focused. Or, today my intention is to be courageous. This becomes your guiding star for the day. 5 minutes, that's it. This routine isn't about adding more stress to your morning. It's about grounding yourself in your own power before the world has a chance to tell you who you should be. It's a declaration that you are in control. Believing in yourself is the ultimate key. It unlocks your potential, fuels your motivation, and gives you the resilience to overcome any obstacle. It's not a destination, it's a daily practice. Start today. Start with one small habit. Build your evidence jar, define your fears, or commit to your new morning routine. You have everything you need within you to achieve incredible things. The only thing left to do is to start believing it. Thank you so much for watching. If this video resonated with you, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content to help you unlock your best self. I'd love to hear in the comments which habit you're going to start today. Let's support each other on this journey. Until next time, believe in yourself.